Getting ready to take on spring? Make your first move with the reliable performance and power of Steel battery tools. From hedge trimmers and mowers to string trimmers and more, right now you can save $50 on select battery tool sets. Real Steel. Offer valid on select AK system sets through June 16, 2024. See participating retailer for details.
Good sleep should come naturally, and with the new Natural Hybrid mattress, it can. A collaboration between Lisa and West Elm, the Natural Hybrid is expertly crafted from natural latex, natural wool, and certified safe foams to elevate your sleep sanctuary and support a greener tomorrow. Plus, every purchase helps fuel Lisa's work with shelters and those in need. Don't put off a good night's sleep any longer. Get a Lisa mattress today for a sound sleep tonight. Visit lisa.com/iHeart. That's LEESA.com/iHeart.
Good to have Darius back?
Yeah. We have good attendance. It's good for him to be back, and again, it's voluntary, so glad he decided to come.
Brian, we saw you out here last week radioing in plays. Where are you in your thought process about who will fall off in plays this year, and can you kind of clarify what we were seeing last week?
Yeah, going through practice. We'll go through training camp, make a decision here at the end of training camp.
What's your involvement now? Like with on the offensive side, are you the voice in the quarterback's ear more consistently maybe than you
that practice I was. Yeah, that practice I was.
Dates, what goes into that decision, deciding who's going to be the play caller? Is it a matter of comfort? How do you determine that?
I mean, I've called plays for a long time, so it's good to get out here, practice, and do it. But there's a whole process that goes through with it. There's a training camp, there's OTAs, and make the decision, like I said back in March, that I feel is best.
But what about the continuity involved there? You've had Kafka do it for a couple of years. Is there concern with changing up the continuity, or you guys are pretty much on the same page when it comes to that?
Yeah, just working through practice here, and again, we'll go through the whole process, to go through training camp, go through the different situations. There's a lot that goes into it, so we'll just take it practice by practice.
Will you be on the headset today?
We don't have headsets today, so probably, yeah.
Brian, what's going on with Andrew Thomas? He didn't take 7-on-7 or 11-on-11s last week when we were here, and from the photos that you guys posted, it doesn't look like he's been at left tackle at all.
Different guys are at different spots. We're doing different things. He'll be in 11-11 today.
He's not hurt or anything?
He's not. Yeah, not.
No.
What do you feel like you've evolved as a coach since you've taken this job?
Yeah, I don't know. There's time for reflection at the end of the season. Right now, it's just having good OTA practice.
Daniel Bellinger, okay?
Yeah, he'll be out here. I mean, what's been good, what I've been appreciative of all the players is, besides Darren, and we've talked about him, there's no update on that. Every player has been here at some point, again, for voluntary workouts. So, I've been appreciative for that.
Is there anyone who is not practicing injury-wise that it's a long-term thing, like at least concerned about it nearing training camp?
No, I think we're in pretty good shape.
Is Daniel at a point where he's going to do any 11-on-11?
Have not made that decision yet. Have talked about it. We've talked about it. So I'd say he's getting closer and closer. He's only however many 6.5 months or whatever it is out. So he's kind of right on schedule in terms of his rehab plan, where we have him, and it's something we've talked about. We're not at that point yet.
Does he want to do it, or is it?
Yeah, he'd want to do anything.
Well, is it like something the medical staff is in the background?
Yeah, I'd say we have a plan, Charlotte, and we're following that plan. He's making progress. When we feel that that's the next step, then he'll be out there doing it.
I don't think you did any 11-on-11 last spring.
Yeah.
Curious why the change?
You don't think, or you know?
A strong hunch.
Yeah. No, so understand the question. I think that, last year was a little bit of a numbers thing too. We were really down on defensive linemen, so it was tough to get out there and give them that many reps. I think it's important to try to be able to do that as long as you practice the right way. I think it's really good for the quarterback. And I think we missed on some of that last year. So that was something that, just going back and reevaluating some of the things that I wanted to try to get done. If we had the right numbers, we practiced the right way, being a non-contact camp. But I think it's good, even though it's not full live, for the quarterback to be able to move in the pocket, feel a little bit of the rush. I think that's helpful, and it's good for the offense and defensive linemen to work some of their hand technique. I mean, we don't bull rush or run a bunch of games and things like that just because of the nature of the camp. But I do think it's helpful for, the quarterback.
How much?
You've called, you referred to Shane Bowen as a good teammate.
Sure.
Several times. What does that mean to you? And then the second part would be last week, Charlie and Dre talked about how they were working together with the edge group and the
Sure.
line. How important is that to your staff this year, do you feel, or has it always been that way?
Yeah, no, it's really important. That's where it starts. I think Shane has done a really good job with all the guys on the defensive staff. It's been a good collaborative effort. There's good communication, and they're just trying to look to get better, collectively and then each unit. So he's done a really good job in that leadership role, and happy we have him.
What would you say is the biggest change you've made? Obviously, you go back and you do like sort of a self-evaluation, like you say, in the offseason, and then you come and make some tweaks, like the 11v11.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you look at and say this was like my number one priority, or this is maybe the biggest thing you did?
No, I think you do it. You try to self-assess every day, but you schedule-wise and things that, again, just to go back to that, what we just talked about. You look at what you did from one year to the next, and if you think there's an improvement that can be made or something you said, man, I wish I would have done it this way, that you're open to it. You take a lot of input. You try to collaborate as much as you can and do what's best for the team.
Did you come away with anything on the injury side that you want to change?
Yeah, I mean, Wellman's done a great job since he's been here. Frank, our new addition, there's good communication between them and the athletic department. We've made, I'd say, changes in a lot of different areas to try to improve our team, and that's all we're trying to do.
Brian, what role does Steve Smith have here today?
He's here. He came in. He's been here last year. We got a good relationship with him, Joe and I. So he's coming out, watching practice. I think he's a good sounding board for some of the young guys, particularly some of the young receivers. So he'll be here a couple days, but we have a good relationship with Steve. Joe, obviously at Carolina, and I've known him, got a lot of respect for his game, how he's played. So we had him here last year too.
Brian, offensive line position, offensive line coach has been a revolving door here for a number of years. I mean, you're only here for 2 of that. Why is Carm the right guy to, bring this unit to where it needs to be?
I think Carm's a good teacher, good coach, good teammate. Has good understanding of what and how we do things. He's made certain adjustments too to try to improve where we're at. But again, good teammate, good teacher, good communicator, handles the players well. So again, we're in OTAs. We've got some time before we get going here, but appreciative for the work that he's put in. And I would include James Ferentz too. Even though he hasn't coached, it's been a very, very good addition. Just played the game, just retired. Can see it through the players' eyes. Very good technician, played a long time on, probably not the highest level of talent for him, and he would probably be the first to admit that, but did it the right way, being smart, being tough, being a great communicator. He's been a really good addition as well.
We'll take 3 more. Does that position coach role, more than maybe others, need to be kind of a amateur psychiatrist or psychologist too, because of just the nature of how many there are and the ups and downs? And
no, I'd just say you coach pretty much half the offense. So, if one person makes a mistake up front, it looks bad for everybody. So those guys seeing it through the same set of eyes, being on the same page, that's obviously really important.
Back to Steve Smith again, if I may. Is he available to the receivers as a sounding board, as a resource, that kind of thing?
Yeah, that's again, we had him here last year. He's coming out for a couple days. We have some young receivers. So again, he's played a long time, been very successful. We have a good relationship with him. So happy to have him.
What have you seen from?
Go ahead.
What do you think of how Locke has played in the spring so far?
Yeah, he's coming along every day, learning new material. It's different, when you're a quarterback. There's a lot to learn, a lot to process. He's done a great job in the meetings. He's improved every day. I'm happy we have him.
Can I say real quick?
Go ahead.
The jump Tommy's made from last year. Obviously, every rookie does that, but just what do you see? Again,
now he's in the second year of the terminology. So being able to get in the huddle, hear the call, spit it out, know what to see, it's been helpful for him. He's had a good camp. He's had a good camp up to this point.
Getting ready to take on spring? Make your first move with the reliable performance and power of Steel battery tools. From hedge trimmers and mowers to string trimmers and more, right now you can save $50 on select battery tool sets. Real STIHL. Offer valid on select AK system sets through June 16, 2024. See participating retailer for details.
Tired of restless nights? At Leesa, we know good sleep is essential for mental, physical, and emotional health. From memory foam mattresses to hybrids that keep you cool all night long, Leesa's mattresses offer exceptional comfort and support with free delivery and 100 nights to try out your mattress in the comfort of your home. For a limited time, save up to $700 off select mattresses plus 2 free pillows. Go to leesa.com/iHeart for an additional $50 off mattresses and select goods. Exclusions apply. See leesa.com for more details.